is it that made you hear the call and decide that you're going to go ahead and subject your life to running for office, right? I know it's exhausting. I mean, it's exhausting just trying to keep up with what's going on. So I could imagine if you're the one that's actually running for the job. So what made you?
It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I've been a I've been a prosecutor here for 5.5 years, but I was a prosecutor in Pittsburgh before I came here. And before that, I was a civil plaintiff's attorney in Miami.
Did you become a Steelers fan living in Pittsburgh?
I did not. I did not. So
okay.
After law school, I moved to Miami for work. I became a plaintiff's attorney. I represented people that got sick from working with asbestos, as well as people that got hurt by medical malpractice. I sued doctors and hospitals. I married a doctor, and so the conversations at the dinner table then would get, some kind of feisty sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I left that work behind. We moved to Pittsburgh because my wife she's a pediatrician, but she wanted to be an emergency room pediatrician. Okay. So she needed to get additional training for that, which is known as a fellowship. So she applied to Pittsburgh Children's Hospital and was accepted for their emergency pediatric fellowship. It's a 3-year program. So I moved to Pittsburgh for a short time to be with her. Just a few years. I moved there. I took the Pennsylvania bar exam because Florida has no reciprocity with any other state. I passed the bar exam, and I thought that would be a good opportunity for me to enter public service and become a prosecutor. While I was in law school, I was a certified legal intern with the public defender in Gainesville, and I also clerked with the Legal Aid Society in New York for a summer. And that was my first experience with the criminal justice system. I was trying to, help people that found themselves in the system. And I realized very quickly that the prosecutor was the gatekeeper, had all the power, held all the cards. And I decided that, if I had the opportunity to enter public service sometime down the road, that I would want to be on that side, that I could have more of an opportunity to help everybody, to help victims, that were affected by crime, and to help people that found themselves on the other side as the accused in the criminal justice system. So when I moved to Pittsburgh, I applied for the job. I was interviewed. I was one of 20 people I was interviewed, and they hired me. The only one of the 20. And I took a significant pay cut. I went from making 6 figures to making $39,000 a year. But I love the work. It was the best job I had. It was exciting. It was fun. I learned a lot. I met a lot of different people. And it was just, I felt real good about the work that I was doing every day, that I was trying to help everybody, basically. I was trying to help the accused as well as society and victims. I learned that most of the crime at the time in Pittsburgh was because of heroin. Either people were addicted to heroin, or they were dealing heroin, or they were dealing heroin just because they were addicted to heroin. So they were selling it to support their habit. They weren't like, drug kingpins or anything like that. Okay. But they would face charges as if they were. So I would have opportunities there to look at the case and say, this person is not really a drug dealer, but they're being treated as one, and they may be sent to prison for years for drug dealing. And so I would be able to work with them and get them a reduced charge. In Pennsylvania, drug dealing is a felony. Possession of heroin is a misdemeanor. So I'd be able to say, maybe we could handle this case by treating it justly, but not making the person a convicted felon for life. And trying to get that person the help that they need to get on the road to redemption or on the road to rehabilitation, as opposed to making them a convicted felon, and when really all they are, is addicted to drugs. And that's more, in my opinion, more of a public health issue than something we need to try to send someone to prison for and brand them a felon for life.
All right.